Good afternoon. Welcome to engaging and easy to report compliance training for staff, faculty, and administration. My name is Heidi Louisi. I am the moderator for today's session, along with your presenter, Michael Mangone. We appreciate you joining us for the CypherWorx K-12 online training program, engaging and easy to report compliance training for staff, faculty, and administration. Our intent is to provide you with information you will find beneficial to your school or district. To allow you to make the most out of your session today, I'd like to give you a quick tour of the Zoom webinar control panel. Next slide, Michael. The panel will look like the one on your screen. Your microphone will be muted, but we want you to feel free to raise your hand or ask questions in the chat during the presentation. I will monitor both areas to alert Michael and make him aware of any questions that come in. Now, I will hand the presentation over to Michael.
Thanks, Heidi. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending today. And just to give you a little background on myself. I've been with CypherWorx about 1.5 years. I'm a learning consultant, work primarily with school districts all throughout the US and also after school on top of that. My background is sales, about 30 years, give or take. And once again, thanks for joining, appreciate it. So let's get started. So the first thing I would like to go over is the CypherWorx K-12 program. So we can actually provide the content to your school or district in a variety of ways to make it easy for you. We can set up a private learning content management site for your district and allow access through APIs, single sign-on, or SFTP. CypherWorx can actually provide the content within your own learning management system, but if you're a PowerSchool user, we can actually import the courses directly into PowerSchool. And then lastly, we actually have a dedicated access site for students, community, parents, and guardians. Training for all your school district audiences. So with our program, it is actually focused towards students, parents, teachers, and also alumni. And today we will focus on how we help your staff and faculty with compliance training. Affordable. Affordability is really important to CypherWorx. We have priced the program based on student enrollment so you can get all 2,000 plus hours of course content with our learning content management system and access for all of your audiences at an affordable rate. Discounts are available for customers of PowerSchool and other school software providers. Compliance. So the majority of this presentation is about compliance. So what is compliance? Compliance training is employee training mandated by legislation, regulation, or policy. It also educates your employees on the laws or regulations applicable to their job function or industry. Compliance training is often mandatory for employees because it serves to protect an organization's values, policies, and commitment to law. Compliance training is also required at least annually. It is a critical element of an effective compliance program and is even listed as a core responsibility of a healthcare compliance officer. Compliance training is a major benefit to having a safe workplace. It helps employees know how to handle compliance issues and why it is important to report them. It also encourages people to speak up about what's going on around them in order to ensure that the work environment is safe for everyone. And as you can see on the screen, there are 7 elements of a legally effective compliance program. They include implementing policies and procedures, Chief Compliance Officer Compliance Committee, education and training, responding and reporting, monitoring and auditing, communication to key stakeholders, and enforcing your policies. To continue our compliance training, CypherWorx actually has a catalog of compliance courses included for your school or district needs. Some of our popular courses that you can see right here are non-harassment, bloodborne pathogens, FERPA, data security, and child abuse prevention. So let's take a look at a couple of these courses. So the first one I'm going to bring up is bloodborne pathogens. So with all of our courses, everything is done on a mobile basis. So what that means is you can actually utilize our program and also the courses from cell phone, tablet, laptops, and obviously personal computers. So as you see on the left-hand side, it gives you an overview and the different subjects within the actual course itself. All of our courses actually have quizzes at the end as well, so that way you and your employees can really find out how much they actually retain pertaining to the course. And we try to make these as interactive as possible. And we also have forced navigation in between slides. So what that means is that you actually have to complete a certain task on the slide to move on to the next level, to the next slide. And I'll show you that in a second. So we have little flip cards right here, as you can see. And as you can see right here, it says complete the content above before moving on. So this is where forced navigation comes into play. So we're going to click on that tile and that one as well. And as you can see, you can now continue. Another course that we have is child abuse prevention and awareness. Once again, all of our courses have the objectives and the outline of the actual course on the left-hand side. And we, once again, try to make these as interactive as possible, just because we like to keep the people engaged in the course and make sure that they are retaining the information. So that's just a couple of our actual courses that we have. Let me go to the next slide. As you can see, this is a list of our CypherWorx K-12 program catalog. So right now, the different areas that we have are tech certification, professional development, safety, HR compliance, CDA and childcare, GED credit recovery. And the one that everyone has been really interested in is paraprofessional, because there has been nothing in the marketplace until now. So before we get started on the component of the CypherWorx K-12 program, is it's really important to give you a nice overview of everything. And we already covered the different catalogs, but let's take a look at IACET. So what is IACET? CypherWorx is accredited by international accreditors for continuing education and training. The international accreditors for continuing education and training is the developer of the original continuing education unit, and today ensures that providers of continuing education training can prove they provide high quality instruction by following the ANSI IACET 1 2018. Standard for continuing education and training. Through a rigorous accreditation process, the standard is a universal model for learning process excellence. It defines a proven model for developing effective and valuable continuing education and training programs by measuring a provider's training program from procedure to process to result. Because the ANSI IACET standard focuses on how continuing education and training programs are developed, not what they cover. It provides a certifiable framework of research and proven best practices that can be applied across disciplines and also industries. It measures all aspects of a CET provider's program development across 9 nationally recognized categories. This has allowed for ANSI IACET standard for continuing education and training to be recognized as the official standard for CET in the world, become an IACET accredited provider within the competitive marketplace, and be recognized by a reputable organization certifying your commitment commitment to high quality excellence in education. Being an accredited provider allows us to offer continuing education units, CEUs, to learners who complete training through CypherWorx. CEUs are accepted by professional organizations and colleges, universities throughout the US and internationally. Being ISET accredited allows you to offer tremendous value to the adult learners you support. So what I would like to do now is just show you some examples of institutions and organizations that actually accept ISET CEUs. So let me show that to you. So who recognizes ISET accreditation? So as you can see, it's very long, starts with your A's and it goes all the way down. There's literally hundreds of organizations that actually accepts ISET CEUs. Reporting. Our reporting structure allows you to view detailed reports on all areas of compliance within your organization, from live training events to third-party external training to learning paths, assessments, surveys, and credentials received. You can see detailed reports by individuals, courses, types of training. You can also set up custom reports yourself that can be emailed to various leaders within your organization. So I'm going to show you now briefly information in our learning content management system. And as you can see right here, this is our learning content management system. It's called Collaboration. We are in the admin side of the actual program itself. So this is where you have control over the system. So what I would like to show first is actually reporting groups. So reporting groups are really good for setting up different segments within your organization. So as you can see, right now I set up Greece Central School District. I have all the different departments within the district itself. And then we go to Greece Odyssey, which is a local high school in Greece. And then we break down all the departments within Greece Odyssey. So the nice thing is we can actually auto-assign courses to individual groups. So let's just go to the facility operations and planning. And what you're going to see the manager, you're going to see the group members within. And then this is where you can actually assign courses. So it's just going to give you an overview of all the different courses, and this is where you actually add the new assignments for employees. So with auto assignments, let's say if you hire a new employee, you can actually have courses automatically assigned to that new employee, which will definitely cut down on time. I want to show you reporting. So reporting is where everything comes together, and that way you're actually able to take a look at a snapshot of the entire organization on where they stand with their training needs. So this page right here gives you a nice overview of the entire organization on where the organization stands. But then if you want to break it down into more detail individually by learner, we can click on all learners. And what you're going to see now, you're going to see all the employees. You're going to see the status of the different courses that they have taken or in the process of taking. You're going to be able to see the courses assigned with the statuses on it as well. And then you're also going to be able to see courses completed. Now, if you don't see the information that you're looking for in the reporting, there's actually another feature within Collaboration is custom reports. So whatever you can think of actually creating, with the information within the system, you can do that within custom reports. And the last thing I would like to show you actually is there is integration between our system, and it could be a payroll vendor, it could be another HRIS system, but the ability is there to actually integrate with payroll and HR. So within the system, you're going to see integrations. You click on file transfer, and then you can actually set up all the information pertaining to what you want to carry over from your system into ours. Notifications. You can actually set up notifications to help you and your employees keep track of their completion of required compliance courses. And as you can see on the screen, these tools include sending custom notifications, automatically setting up expiration date reminders, and looking which notifications your learners can toggle. Inclusive programs and content that support easy access for students. Our content and learning content management system meets WCAG 2.0 level AAA compliance, which means we go beyond standard Section 508 governance to offer the highest level of inclusivity. What is WCAG compliance? Web Content Accessibility Guidelines defines how to make web content more accessible to people with disabilities. Accessibility involves a wide range of disabilities, including visual, auditory, physical, speech, cognitive, language, learning, and neurological disabilities. Easy access to resources and educational programs. We make access to our content easy. As stated in the overall program description, we provide the content to your school or district in a variety of ways to make it easy for you. We can set up a private learning content management site for your district and allow access through APIs, single sign-on or SFTP. We can also provide the content within your LMS, which allows students to use our content as part of their own coursework or get access directly to the coursework for certifications. We can also provide the content through PowerSchool if you're a PowerSchool user, and we have dedicated access sites for students. We can also provide a single sign-on for your website, or students can go to dedicated URL to get the content. Now, the next two slides are only applicable to New York State. So the CypherWorx K-12 program is eligible for COSER reimbursement through Monroe No. 2 BOCES. COSER is an approved cooperative agreement to establish a shared service between a BOCES and 2 or more districts. Services are provided at the request of component districts to respond to an established need and must be shared. Services should be cost efficient and effective. Educational law in 2D complaint is for New York State only. The Educational Law Section 2D, known amongst New York schools as Ed Law 2, provides guidance to educational agencies and their third-party contractors on ways to strengthen data privacy and security to protect student data and annual professional performance review data. We have taken all steps to ensure Ed Law 2D compliance. You can see on the screen all of the areas that are required. Even though third parties are not required to have our data protection officer, we have taken additional step of having employees certified as a data protection officer. I would like to thank everybody for their time today and joining me. If you would like to get in contact with me, my information is on the screen, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Thank you again for your time and have a great day.